welcome to a new Prowess video. Today I got a little bit of a different backup setup. I mean, Parma and a friend of mine were testing standard for the upcoming regional championship, but I also wanted to keep on making my stream counts going, my YouTube video going. Of course, we're playing cori-steel cutter in standard, also in modern. This is the talk of the town, a card that everyone bought high and hopefully never sell. We're splashing white. This list is the one that won the challenge this past weekend by Boys Riton. And yeah, the white splash is interesting actually. A prismatic ending or a Noli heat, flage, why not? We got Change the Rocks in the sideboard. Again, this is like extra removal spell. And then we also have the Rediscovered Away, which is the card that, again, I play in standard right now. Sorry, it's playing standard right now in Jeskai control. It's a card advantage, and it gives double strike with the last chapter. Yeah, I mean, it's a little bit of a interesting side radio. For Soga Lantern, also quite the way. In the mana base, we have a couple of Surveilland. But overall, a pretty stock Jeskai deck over here. Thank you, Mormor Guild, for the 27th month. Let's go. Let's go on a friendly, not a friendly. We are not, I mean, we're friendly, but we want to win here. Highly competitive gamers today with the best decks. I will play the decks that won the 2 challenges this past weekend, Jeskai and then Hardened Scales. Those will be 2 decks I'll play. Again, hopefully everything works fine here. My first stream from, a different. Okay, so I gotta sort a little bit of these out. I don't like the sound. Let's cut that one. All right. Thank you, Electrum. Ta-da. Okay. Moving on a bunch of things, but overall, same old. Okay. All right, on the play. Always good to be on the play. What do we have? Unfortunately, the basic mountain is not good here. If it was a Steam Vents, easy keep. But as it is, then we must mulligan this hand. All right, that's much better. On a bottom. Oh, I just noticed their Soul Scar Mage. What is it over? Soul Scar Mage. I haven't seen this card last time I was playing this deck, so yeah. Definitely an interesting one. I'm gonna go Secret Foundry, Soul Scar Mage. Turn 2, I'm gonna go Proud Soul Scar Mage, Preordain. We could play Slick Shot Show Off, I guess, in this lot of Soul Scar Mage. But with the cori-steel cutter, you really just want to maximize all your 1-drop. Again, you could play Slick Shot as well. I'm not a fan of that card. I'm just not a fan of that card. Maybe we can try it one more time. Different time. Anyway, Steam Vents. I'll definitely plan on playing Prowess a lot. This is the new deck, sort of. And it goes just very well whenever I play it. Okay. Interesting. I think I'm actually gonna draw both of these, but I'm not going to play Swift Spear here. I'm going to attack with Soul Scar, and then I'll play another Soul Scar, play this one. Next turn I'll have 3 2-power creature. If my opponent also plays like a Psychic Frog or stuff like that, I can go Swift Spear, ending, bubble, attack for 9. What are the top decks in Modern? Oh, I'm MTG Goldfish. Sure, it's gonna be easier than asking me here. Alright. Swamp Fatal Push. That could still be blue-black. Alright. Kinda hoping there's a frog. Usually don't say that very often. See, if this ending here was a Anoli Heat, we would have been in a very tough spot. But thankfully, we're splashing white, so we can easily, or at least, of course, my opponent can have a force negation, but That would have been hard to deal with anyway. Ending. Let's hope they don't enforce. Yes, Whisker Mage is back. Yeah. They did what? All right, it's not a good news. They discard Yargle and Multani. That means they have probably Gore's Vengeance. Yeah, that means I can't attack. Yargle and Multani in the graveyard, chat. This is at 18-6. If I attack, my opponent just goes Gore's Vengeance, I'm dead. I guess it's okay, you know, if I die to Gore's Vengeance, so be it. I could attack for 6. Yeah. No, it's fine. I'll respect the Gore's Vengeance. I've never really seen this combination, this card in Modern, to be honest. First time. Iteration is the perfect draw. The perfect draw. Okay, they do go indeed Gore's Vengeance. Alright. Good thing I stayed back. Oh wow, they surveilled to the graveyard a new Yargle and Multani. Huh. Alright, I'm gonna go hand, bottom, style. Play this, and attack for 2. I'd love to draw a cori-steel cutter too. Okay. Okay, let's go preordain first. This thing doesn't have haste, unfortunately. There it is, cori-steel cutter. Huh. Also lava dart. This lava dart here represents 6 damage. I think it's okay. I think I'm gonna go for the kill here. Draw lava dart. Attack with both. I'm gonna go lava dart face. Lava dart face. One is technically dead. I think I'm gonna flash this back now. So they don't have push. Alright. Let's go. We got 4 Solga Lantern. Side in. Normally, ending doesn't seem great, but I guess it's good against the frog. I did win with Lava Dart and now sending it out, which isn't great. I'll set at 1. So Scar. How was Easter? Easter? Well, I just play Flesh and Blood all weekend. Did we get a Mango's Workshop video? Yeah, it was every Monday. You must have missed it. It must be a Kragenwind Cremator deck. Sure, that's true. Yeah, the Soulscar over the bird. Yeah, I mean, 1 drop or 2 drop. Simple math. Afternoon stream. Yeah, last night I got home very late. So we decided to... I mean, I did wake up at 8 anyway, but I had to figure out all the stream stuff, so... in the house. Took a little bit longer than we thought, but you know, it's all good. Yeah, I won a Pro Quest of Flesh and Blood on Saturday, so Got another PT invite under my belt. Man, 4-soul guide is crazy though. I like it. Okay, this is a one-lander on the draw, which I'm not a fan to keep, but I'll keep it because of the Soul Guide Lantern. Also, I setted out 2 Lava Dart and a draw the other 2, kind of unlucky. Right? Opponent starts with an Inquisition of Kozilek. Rip my Soul Guide. A very rare afternoon stream indeed. Okay, love the Preordain. Letting me hit the second land drop. Okay. Alright. It must be a land now. There isn't. At least I didn't play Frog. Where we're not dead. You know, if they play turn 2 Frog and our turn is, I don't know, anything really. The game was just over there. We don't draw a second land. But we're not dead. They don't have Frog. Where's a Saga? That's unexpected. No idea what the opponent is on, honestly. I just playing all the cards. Lands. Nope. Fun fact is that Lava Dart will kill the construct. So if your opponent goes for constructs, you can kill them. Really no idea what's going on over there. Mage Bane Lizard to the bin. Mount Doom. Wow. I'll bolt you. Pretty tall life to bolt, but I guess gotta start somewhere. Lands. Okay, that's nice. I guess I can now Lava Dart both of the opponent tokens. I should probably pass priority here. Wait that you make a new one, then I Lava Dart both of them. I did trade or just was indeed a 3-for-1. Because I spent 2 cards from my hand to trade for, well, nothing, and you also got a thing out of it. So very, very bad, but you know, it deserves a Saga, one of the best cards in the game, so we shouldn't be surprised when it's a 3-for-1. I mean, it's not really a 3-for-1 because obviously it dies, but it did replace itself. Like I spent 2 cards, they spent 1. Alright, this is a 2-for-1. Okay. But I got the cookbook, so now they can like discard Yargle and Multani and shoot me to death, I guess. But instead I played a Frog. Alright. Not dead. Alright. Simply killing this. Let's not get fancy. I don't want them to connect to the Frog. One is on 10 already. They discard Emrakul. Why? Why would you discard Emrakul? It doesn't make any sense. Yeah, Saga was low enough that you didn't fall behind on board. Exactly. Yeah, discarding Emrakul makes no sense. You just shuffled like 5 cards to the deck, but at the cost of a card in hand. So that was just not great. Okay. Ooh, love it. Love it. This is the combo. Cutter plus Bubble. Yeah. They also have a cookbook, so you can reanimate it. Saga plus Bubble is the combo. With attack for 2. The Mount Doom is also insane in your deck. You already lose so much life. Move the camera a bit to the right. I think so. the actual camera. I think go a bit to the right. Put it more in the middle. Ooh, we got a sub. Who's that? Twitcher or ABC? Thank you for the prime. What do you do? Opponent. You play Sulfur Elemental. This is an you can never expect what the opponent's gonna do next. Every play they make, it's unpredictable. The range is endless. And we can't opponent stop doing this play. Why do you do that? Alright, let's see what you draw. You got 2 Lava Dart in the graveyard. Wow, Shattering Spree to kill my Cori. Okay. I can go iteration. Let's see what's up. I'm gonna go hand, bottom, exile, land, DRC. Yeah, they were able to get rid of all the emeralds in end. Just to make sure, so that if they draw Gorio, they can't reanimate it, you know? Who knows, maybe they drew the same emerald. That's also possible. But the prismatic ending killing frog is definitely nice. Speaking of which, there's a frog, but they have no cards in hand, so this bolt will kill it. Okay. Love to put into play a Soga Lantern as an insurance plan against any top deck. Then I'll bolt this frog, doesn't have no cards in hand. I'm gonna exile it because this one can reanimate a creature. I love that we're back to a time where expressive iteration is just a great draw again. You know, it hasn't been the case for a while. That iteration was something that people are actually actively playing their deck. And this thing costs 4. Alright. Match is finally over. It was a nice warm-up. I haven't played Modern in a few days. It was a nice warm-up. Okay. On the play for round number 2. Okay. So it's like this? Okay. Opponent starts the ley line out the Guild Pact. Okay. Once again, we got the ending. This time, though, ending is not going to be able to bail us out from the ley line. Gonna go turn 1 Soul Scar, pass. I wish this was a Slick Shot show off, though. Okay, they go Ragavan. I'm gonna go bubble myself. Preordain. Okay. Preordain strong. I'm gonna go bolt on Ragavan. Attack for 4. I'll play a fetch land. Now what I want to do is well, draw the preordain, then I can bubble myself and decide what to do with a fetch land. Gold Ragavan indeed. Yeah, afternoon stream. The problem is that Lilium the Guild Pact just makes my opponent save so much life. Because I don't have to worry about getting shock lens. And this just gives them an advantage for sure. Sign of Draco. GG. 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 Virtual opponent had the combo. They have the combo. There's not much I can do about it, I think. Double checking, but you know what? Might as well just concede. Yeah, this thing is vigilance, lifelink. Yeah, there's simply no outs to the combo. Our plus side, what do we have? I don't even think we have. We don't have wear tear in the side. Crazy. We're definitely bringing Chain to the Rocks. Bring Consign as well. I think I'm cutting Lavadar. I mean, there's Ragavan. They probably side it out. I mean, there's not really much to cut. I'm just cutting the weakest cards of the deck. Wish I had a wear tear in my side. It's honestly crazy. There isn't any wear tear. All right, on the play. Keep. Probably just going Thunder and Falls Go. Got two surveillance. I think I'm happy to graveyard this one. This is gonna be important for the delirium later on. Okay. I think I'm gonna go top lane pass again, respecting the turn 2 sign of Draco. I could have also gone Swift Spear. The ideal case is my opponent plays Sai and I can sign it, and then I go Chorus and Cutter Swift Spear. The turn after. That could be a Stevens. Wow, opponent doesn't go for the sign of Draco. And now it's just whether I want to respect that card or not. Because I could go Steel Cutter, Swift Spear, opponent can go Sai, and very hard for my hand to deal with it. Although they don't have this delay line, so I can just wait to find a Chain to the Rocks. Tough spot here. Given, I think it's not a stupid play to just go land go, just send it back. I could also just play, you know, a bad card, say Channeler. Opponent kills it, we move on. It's probably best. Play Channeler, opponent kills this, pass. Could also play Swift Spear, opponent kills it. They can have like Leyline Binding here. Like Surveillance Leyline Binding seems like a... I think I'm okay with that. I could also stifle Leyline Binding, but I'd rather keep Consign for Cyan. Gonna play Mardu. Sure. Mardu Prowess. Why not? You don't need iteration. Why is it good to bubble yourself? Well, if you have a fetch land, you can decide whether to draw that card or shuffle it away. That's a very old modern play. Bubble fetch land. Bubble hasn't been that popular, although lately it's just everywhere. They printed Lurus, Emery, just all the payoffs in the world. Before it was just played very little in like that Shadow, something like that, with like Gurmag Angler. But now lately you just have so many synergies. Fergus Rechandler, Underworld Breach, now you have cori-steel Cutter. Just Bubble Mox Opal, of course. Bubble's just everywhere now. Okay. My land drop's flowing. I'm gonna go Quarry, Swift Spear. Yes. Hacking for 2. Let's see what they have. They can easily go Leyline Binding on Quarry. That's fine. I'm not gonna... Again, I have to keep this for Cyan. Maybe I can say they don't have Cyan because they didn't play it on turn 2. At the same time, though, my consent to memory can just get Stubborn Denialed. And that's kind of annoying, given that I have so many lands, I don't want to get Stubborn Denialed. At the same time, Chorus the Cutter is very strong. I think I'll go ahead and try to stifle this. Let's see what happens. In the worst scenario, I deal 2 extra damage. Absalom, thank you for the 29th month. Welcome to the stream. Yeah, you're right. They could have Leyline binded the Chorus the Cutter begin combat, so the monk wouldn't have had aced. Instead of waiting for main phase. Yeah, that would have been the better play, but didn't matter because we stifled. Now, of course, they have 5 cards going up to 6, so anything can happen. Zugu consumes all. Okay. Not that big of a deal. Iteration. Looking for a spell. Find many spells. I'm gonna go hand, bottom, exile. Play Preordain. Could have shuffled first, but it's likely also I don't really cast any spells. I like Chain to the Rocks to my hand, I think. What about... I think I'm actually gonna keep both. What I'm gonna do is... Wait a sec. Do I have the win? Yeah, I have a lethal. I didn't see it. Alright. Hold. Hold. Bum. Classic cori-steel Cutter game. You just play 1 creature. This is so good. Definitely worth the consign there. We're on the draw. Do we want some loud arts back in our deck? It's rough, because I don't really want to side anything out to farm in this deck. But, you know, if they go monsters... Oh, sorry, if you go Ragavan... Alright, I'll cut 1 Swift Spear for 1 loud art. On the draw. We draw exactly 1 loud art on the draw. In our opening end. Nope. This net actually doesn't answer turn 1 Ragavan, so hopefully they don't start with it. But also, please don't open Leyline. Leyline Scion is deadly. Actually, don't have any answer in my deck for it. Okay, thank God they don't have Leyline. And they don't even have Ragavan. Great. A bubble. It's probably good. Lets me go double surveil on turn 2. Okay. Draco turn 2. Solid. Gonna go Channeler. Chain to the rocks. Leave a land on top. And then, since there's a land on top, I don't need to surveil. I can just attack and I can just pass. I'll draw that land later, but I want to gain some value with the bubble. For Chain to the Rocks, killing Scion is not a forever thing. I'm putting just binding the Chain to the Rocks and they get back the Scion. And these ending doesn't kill it. If this was Wear Tear, it'd be much better. Alright. I think my sequencing has to be iteration. If I find a 1-drop, I can cast it. If I find a land, I can go Channeler Bubble. I think I'll graveyard this. Okay. What do I like? First thing first, I don't like my Channeler to attack into the Sino Draco. I think I like to just play Channeler and pass in second main. Yeah, so I'm gonna go hand, bottom, exile. Now, let's go to second main here. I don't want to risk the Channeler to attack, because this is a must. One nuke. Thank you for the prime sub. Welcome, welcome. Oop. I don't know what just happened on my camera. Okay. Fortunately, camera died. So you'll just see a picture of me. But, you know, still here. Still alive. Anyway, second main. Ardmeza crack. Fountain. And was going to play Channeler. Bubble. Now, I do think I want to get to Delirium now. I guess I don't need to necessarily. We'll see. Graveyard. Do I play much Legacy? No. I do not. Let's pass. Upkeep. I'll bubble you. What it is? Territorial Cavu. That's large. But at least that dies to ending, unlike the Sino Draco. Yeah, we'll see now, because this Channeler has to chump attack into Scion. But I do have bolts to kill it. So next turn I can just go iteration. Looking for a bolt. And I will dig a lot there. Draw 2 with the bubble, and then I'll surveil 2 from iteration. Look at the top 3. So I'll look at 7 cards to find an answer to Scion. I have 4 Chain to the Rocks, 4 Bolt, 1 Lava Dart, which also kills it after the block. Okay. There's also a chance for me to double block, but no way. I don't want to. I think I can just attack back for 6. Ending the Cabu with Swift Spear. That's like at least 8 damage. And again, I'm drawing 2 cards. But I could have even hasted the Cabu with the Arena Glory if they wanted to. They didn't want to. Three cards in your hand. Be Stubborn Denial. You're right. Could be. Okay, Bubble and cori-steel cutter. Interesting. Um, hmm. So given that they have Stubby D, I think I'm gonna go ahead and start with Corey. But I'm probably gonna force spike this, and then we can go ending on the Kavu. It's just kind of like a bluff right now, sort of. Could have fetched first. Because you find like a removal spell. Nah, not really. I'm just binning everything now. Hoping to find Lava Dart, which is... Yeah, that's the thing with Lava Dart. It's like very good to surveil it to the graveyard. Very bad to draw. Happy Easter. Those who celebrate. Okay, ending. Well, great and everything, but you know, it's not really my plan. My plan is just to mill, aggressively mill, and then go. Ooh, Flage as well. I can go. Let's see if this cori-steel cutter resolves. Doesn't. Perfect. I guess I'm gonna go Steam Vent. Sorry, Sacred Foundry. 2 damage here, but next turn is gonna gain me some life back. And I don't die to Trouble Flames yet. Now I surveil 4, so I can even keep a card on top if I like it. Maybe a land. Not this. Not this. Let's see what's the next one. Not this either. Go bubble. Not this. Ooh, bolt. Nah. I don't know. Maybe. Top of your deck is a Leyline of the Guild Pact. Well, normally, it would be a good draw with sign in play, but you don't have a land. The opponent doesn't have a land. If I had a land, I would have played it last turn. So, all good here. Top land, not great. Okay, they cast Flage. Uh-huh. Why been the bolt? What am I looking for? I don't know. I don't think bolt is good. I have 4 chain to the rocks in my deck. Plus I have Flage in my graveyard. I don't care about a bolt, I think. Or a bolt anyway. Alright, let's go. Thundering Falls. Again, don't know what I'm looking for. Not that one either. Play Flage. Do I want to play Flage? Let's think about this. My opponent has a ley line in end. What's the cost of this card? Can you cast it with the current mana? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, thing is, if you draw a land, I lose the game. Or I can go expressive iteration first so that I can find a chain to the rocks. And then I win very likely. Yeah, I can see just ignoring Flage. I do die to removals. No. I think it's likely they have like another burn spell in hand, so I'm just gonna gain 3 life here. Gain 3 life. Thank you for 6, so you're at 9. Let's see. Dead to a land. Land ley line, GG. Don't draw land. I'm not dead to a removal spell, to a burn spell. Well, I'm dead to Trouble Flames, but not Bolt or Flage. Okay, they just have Leyline Binding. We still live here. That's cool. You got Flage, of course. I think I got lethal just going Swift Spear Iteration Bolt. Alright, let's see. Deadbolt. Nice. Okay, so I say nice just because I had to read. And I drew Chain to the Rocks. Alright. Well, it would have also worked if I went iteration Chain to the Rocks then. Anyway, we go Swift Spear. Yeah, alright. 1 card and it's a Leon of the Guild Pact. This draw is very good. I'm gonna go iteration. Trigger. 3 lands. Not good. Chain to the Rocks. Your life total is... If I bolt you now, you were dead to a lot of things. I think bolting you makes sense. You got a 2, you have a little on the Guild Pact in hand. That was a pretty bad iteration. I thought it was gonna go over because like any spell kills them, but anyway, can't complain. Opponent plays what? 3 mana, Irazugu. Okay. Oh, kills the Chain of the Rocks. Yeah, that's unfortunate. Okay, we gotta top deck something now. One is a 2. Right? Keep on living. When it exiles their Flage with the Zugu, the classic Nombo. I'm dead to so many things. Treble Flames, but even the Cavalry with the Arena Glory in play. Okay. Leyline comes down. Sure. Draw. Something good. Not that good. I'll hold it in hand so that any spell wins the game next turn. Opponent draws a card. Flip this. I guess that's true. They don't win because they have a 33 blocker now. They draw. Oh, what's that? What is it? Trouble Flames, and they win the match. Okay. GG. GG. Can I play the Esper Energy that you took me to the challenge with? Esper Energy. Interesting. Energy VEEDEOs don't do well usually. So no. I try not to play Energy, Eldrazi. What else doesn't do well? Yeah, mostly Energy, Eldrazi doesn't do well. So can't play those. Match was close. Match was very close. We just didn't need to hit something. Round number 3. This one's bad, but I'm gonna keep it. Thoughts on Ubi Shadow? No thoughts. I don't like Shadow. Bloom Lake Verge. Okay. I'm looking for lands here. A land. Okay. That could actually be... You know what can that be? That can be Merfolk. I remember one time seeing Merfolk with Gloom like Verge. Yeah. I don't know why they would main phase this though. I guess I'm glad they did. I can go Swift Spear, Lava Dart. I thought they thought I was playing like Blue Red Merc, so I wanted to dodge a counter spell. Too bad they played into my Lava Dart. Wow, Force of Negation. Pitch Sink into Stupor on my Lava Dart. Alright. That's dead. No more Lava Dart for us. Okay, they play... Whoa, no, I die. I die. Play Mono Red, sort of. And I died to Harbinger of Disease. Rip. Well, I can find a mountain, I guess. If I don't find it this turn, I'll concede. I do! Alright, that's great. So, mountain. I guess I can go... If I want to be mana efficient, Preordain again. Yeah. And then Soulscar Mage. Although, I think it's better that I go... Let me see. Let's think about this. I think I like cori-steel Cutter now. If opponent wants to sacrifice a creature, like a Voodoo X-Catcher, I think I'd take it. Maybe I should have left the cori-steel Cutter on top of my deck. With the Preordain. Yeah, probably would have been better. This ending cannot be casted, unfortunately. Which doesn't only heat this game. Alright. Yeah, wish I had a cori-steel Cutter on top of my deck now. That's okay. I can go Iteration Island, Preordain, something like that. Lord. Okay. This is unblockable now. Lava Dart. Okay. Start with... maybe actually I should just go Preordain instead of Expressive Iteration, because this one can find a bolt. Bottom both. I don't want a Swift Spear. Nice. So now I can go bolt here. Playing around with an X-Catcher, sort of. You have to sacrifice 2 things if you want to stifle this. Well, I guess that's not true. They just played this to pump this to a 4/4. If they had it, they have it. And then, now that my mana is online, I can just probably just play Soulscar Mage. This game showed you the power of cantrip, you know? You just dig for something. And it helps you being lucky. Cantrips. Raises the chances of finding the things that save you there. Draw a card. Attack for 3. No blocks. Okay. I can go. I'll start with iteration. The one will be relevant? Nah, not relevant. It's just a 1-drop. Okay. And bottom exile. That's why you play, because it's a 1-drop. I'm not saying that you should play because it's a 1-drop. I'm just saying, again, this is a challenge. At least the one challenge. And all right, so I'm gonna bubble myself. See the top. Blah blah blah. The classic, the usuals. It's a good card. So I do my game plan around it. Not a bad card. It's also not a good one. If I go dart flashback, how much damage I have? I have exactly 11, so I think I'm gonna go for lethal here. Not likely my opponent chumps. And if they do, sure. Flood Pit's Drowner. Okay, I guess. I think I'm not gonna go Lava Dart. I could go Lava Dart, Sacrifice, and then run out of Lava Dart. I can also fetch and go Ending. Do I like drawing a Lava Dart? I think it's not bad because it kills the Drowner, right? Yeah, I think I'm gonna go Dart and Sacrifice it. All in the same turn, so you go to 6. And I draw the Dart. Yeah, that's the problem with shuffling at this point of the game. I mean, obviously, Lava Dart is not a good draw, but it's also not a land. Oh, actually, I think I'm gonna sacrifice a Sacred Foundry. This way I can use this Bloodstained Mire to fetch for a Survey Land. I should have sacrificed the Thunder and Falls. I made a mistake. Especially since there's Flange in my deck. Anyway, draw the Lava Dart. You're at 6. I will not kill this one. I'll let him attack me. I just surveil. Spell Pierce in this matchup. Okay, they go to combat. Bonjour, Vibro. Thank you for the sub. Welcome, welcome. Okay, attack for 2. Take 2. They don't attack with Mutavault. Alright, end of turn. I'm gonna shuffle and pick up a Survey Land. Okay. Okay. Alright, let's start with Preordain. Puppy's Grounds is nice. Definitely nice. Card used to be played in Standard as well, but now no more. Okay. Uh-huh. Alright, I actually want to draw both of these cards. I'm gonna go bubble. Pump. I'm gonna go attack. Attack. And then in combat, I want to Lava Dart this Floppy Drowner. I can also just make my opponent block. Yeah, it's probably better. If they want to chum block, I think it's okay. Or what do you have? 3 mana. Think it just Stupor? Yeah. Sure. Alright, I'll replay the Swift Spear and also play Lava Dart now. So you're tapped out. You can play it in your in your upkeep, so it becomes a 2-3. Probably better. Actually, let me bubble. Yeah, let me bubble first. There's an iteration of my deck which I definitely want to draw. If Harbinger, this is number 2. Okay. Then I don't even need to upkeep this. I can just pass. Draw iteration. Harbinger means I can't cast this ending, but also if they play it, just fetch us like a mountain. Let's see what this is. Alright. I'll fetch us like a mountain. I can also kill the Harbinger if I want to. But I think I'll ignore it. Doesn't make sense to ignore this. Yeah. So I can also take a turn here. Well, what happens if I go Dart, kill the Harbinger, untap, and it's probably lethal. Just to make sure I win. I think this resolves. I don't do Lava Dart. I just untap, take my turn. Start with iteration and then see what happens. So yeah, it's Prowess is back definitely. I mean, winning in challenge and things like that. Okay. Well, this is now very juicy because I can go block. And I can go Lava Dart, Flashback on the Harbinger. And now it's like a big 2-for-1 here. Flashing Rakshas's Bargain in Murktide. Yeah. That is interesting. Okay. So I'm up against Merfolk. I'm bringing Chain to the Rocks. Also, make sure to fetch Mountain here. What do we want to side out? I don't like Pyroclasm. I think your creatures are too big. Maybe Ending I can side out. Yeah. Lava Dart seems good. And I won the Soul Scar. Interesting build. Oh, it's not my build. Actually, I can give you the name. It's a player from Austria, whose name is Swechtler. Who has been playing this deck online, and I just opened the list. Oh, look, Caps. I also want to play your deck afterwards. Your Hardened Scales. So if you're gonna stick around, that'll be fun. Start late? Yeah. I think I want to do afternoon stream today and tomorrow. And that's it this week. And then on Friday we go to the regional championship in Bologna. I think standard. Unfortunately, we had an error with the camera. Hopefully, the owner of the house and the camera returns afterwards, and we fix it. Because he gave me a very high level camera, but I don't know. Something happened and it stopped working. Okay, let's go. My starting hand is decent. Probably pretty good against Merfolk. I do need some card advantage engine, but you missed the sub song. Yeah, I cut it. I had like a once in the past and once recently. The music of the sub sound was somehow flagged by the, I don't know, breaking some music right, so I decided to cut it off completely. All right, ending. Yeah, sorry. Ether Vial. Wish this was ending. Would have been able to kill that Vial. That's okay. Good basic Mountain Swift Spear. Attack. Do I still play with Reed and SV? Well, when I'm paired against them at the PT, I do. Hopefully, though, I don't. They're usually good players. Okay. Alright, Mind Spring Merfolk. No idea why you decided to main phase this, but it's your choice. Do I want to... Wait a second. I could also Stone Rain myself and kill your stuff. I don't think it's a bad idea. I think I'll Stone Rain myself. I have 3 lands, that's plenty. Plenty of lands. Oh, yeah, Force Negation? Is that your last 2 cards? Huh, could be. Could be your last 2 cards. Wow. There's no cards in end on turn 2. Alright. Do I want to keep bolting? I guess no. Taking... I can just pass for now. We'll see what happens. This thing costs 3 mana to draw a card. They do, they do. Into the Rocks is bad against the Tide Shaper. You're very right. I didn't think about it. Yeah. Tide Shaper turns a mountain into an island and then Into the Rock dies. It's probably bad sideboarding. I shouldn't have it. Anyway, opponent attacks me for 6. I'm not gonna respond. I don't think I should take 2 damage to save 2 damage. I should just get a survey land and get closer. Ooh, you drew a Lord. Powerful draw. It's a very good draw, opponent. Alright, I guess now I do. I think I want to take a basic mountain. There is now concern that I can't cast white and blue cards, but I think it's okay. Now, this is basically an edict. Like, my opponent gets to choose which Merfolk give me. But even if they give me this one, it's okay. I get 3 damage and not a bad card. I mean, not the best, but I think eventually it has to die, right? Could have been a Secret Foundry here too. Could have gone Secret Foundry Bolt and Surveil and blue red Surveil land. Maybe that was actually better. A little bit too concerned on getting double red Now that people mention Tide Shaper, just want to have 2 mountains for the Harbinger. Your opponent even cited a Harbinger, I don't know. Okay, you gave me Mutavolt. Wow, crazy. Never expected that. Alright. Let's go Sacred Foundry. Into the rocks. I'll exile the master. I'm gonna go bold here. I'm gonna go bold on the 1/1. Do I want to bold the 1/1? Yeah. Yeah, definitely big punt getting the basic mountain. Should have had access to blue land in play now, even a survey land especially, so that I can draw my preordain and iteration. Okay, I draw DRC. But I drew Ghost Vacuum. Interesting. Did I spend a chain to the rocks? I think so. Surveilling and pumping. No joke. Yeah. How's Bubble as a top deck? It's like 1 damage. Probably a bad draw. Attack and pass. Okay, well, it's a land, but at least can get a blue land top deck. Because vacuum is not great. Yeah, not great. Okay. I got a surveillant blue red. Cori-steel cutter. That's nice. Play it. Play it. Surveil a village. Where? Top probably. This def goes vacuum. I think I'm gonna leave it on top. Top for 4. Maybe Flage is just not good. Maybe 3 mana Lightning Helix. Not good enough. Okay, putting Drew Floodpit Drowner. Not bad. Okay. I think I'll offer the trade, yeah. This opponent doesn't block. Interesting. No, they're an 8. I have a Flage on top of my deck. Okay, drew the Flage. My opponent is on 8. Now. Hmm. I think I don't want to use a Flage on a Floodpit Drowner. I'd rather just attack here. I also don't want to chain to the rocks anything. Because then you draw a Tide Shaper to get 2 creatures back. So just offer the trade and pass here. Today, Commander unbans? Interesting. I write it down. Is it late? Well, depends. No, it's 7 p.m. It says 5 p.m. I usually stream much earlier, yes, but I am now at a friend's home. Streaming on different time. Unfortunately, the camera is not working, but it will be working. Okay, so my opponent went Mind Spring Merfolk. Will be working maybe tomorrow. Now we can go double spell. I think I will. Opponent has no cards in hand. Actually, let me double check if I say Refounder in my deck. I do. I can go change to the rocks. Here. Now that. Actually, I got exactly lethal. Exactly lethal? No, it's one more. It's one more. I got 5 damage. Okay, GG. Game is over, finally. It took so long to play 2 games. My opponent almost burnt out 20 minutes of their clock to play 2 games. I've locked in my deck for Bologna. Yeah, sort of. Definitely, there is a deck I like. But on Friday, I just want to play the side events as well to try a bunch of decks. And then on Saturday, I'll lock it in. No, it's exactly lethal. You're right. This monster Swiss Spear loses the opponent. Please, just F6. Let me type this. F6, please, opponent. Come on. Waste of time. Your opponent's plays Mango's weakness. I mean, it's everyone's weakness. Do you guys love to just waste your time? Sure you don't. The opponent does. Alright, go to the bathroom, I guess, while they make me wait. Penso che vada tutto bene adesso, ok. Grazie. Alright, we have a good news. I got my camera back. The owner of the house returned and fixed it. Also have a great news. My opponent is back. Also have a great news. The Blorp subbed. Thank you guys. Alright. Okay. Classic Merfolk player lives in the middle of the sea with bad internet. I don't know if this is bad internet. I don't know. Casual players love to disconnect when they lose on Magic Arena. We're going to try send combos someday. Maybe. Alright, opponent conceded. Let's go. Round 4. Round number 4. We lost to Zoo. Lost very badly game 1. They had the combo. Zoo. Okay, let's go. Probably last. We'll see. Depends how long it takes. Game 4. Hand's nice. Plage. Maybe it should be a more than a one of. Do you still like Boros Energy? Yeah, Boros Energy is good for sure. Can Prowess beat Boros? Probably, since he wins like a lot. Opponent has a good start. They play some of the best cards in the game. Opal and Urza Saga. Alright. They 5 permanents. Good news is that they only have 1 left. Now, I think my play here is going to be ending on this Mox Opal. Which means that they cannot make a construct. If opponent instead did just like land Swift Spear or Boots Go, they would have been able to play around ending. I'm not gonna play Bubble. I'll hold it for Prowess reason. Okay, they play Pithy Needle and named Johnny Nakato Avenger, which is the backside of a Johnny. First, we don't play, because we play the one and only Boros. Sorry, Jeskai Energy. No, sorry, no energy. Prowess. Alright. Now, this thing will die. We'll give them probably Mox Opal, so they will be able to gain mana. But the question is, how am I sequencing this? I think I'm gonna go Channeler, Swift Spear, Bubble. I'd rather Surveil than dealing 1 damage at this stage of the game. Point is a 20. Alright, this is Delirium. Surveilling is very important here. Okay, I have a Tammy on top, which will give them mana with Ember as well. We can kill it. Yeah, ending on the Mox Opal is super important there. Okay, a redraw Bubble. Not bad. Okay, they got the Opal, they got the Tamio. They can't keep the boots. They can. Well, they can attack. It's not Gary Flay because they have a 3/3 flyer. So. Oh, great. Mm-hmm. But now I cannot Flage because they have word 1. Hmm. Alright, let's go. Swift Spear. Channeler. Bubble. Triggers. Nice. Love the dart in the bin. Basically, this means my opponent cannot block this. This attack. Because I'm threatening the death of the Swiss Spears. So I think I'm gonna bubble myself. They didn't keep a bad end. We just ended their opal. Otherwise, it would have gone construct. Most decks would have died to that. Not a bad end at all. You just had the perfect answer. Okay, I'm not going to flashback Lava Dart just to deal some damage. I'll just let it go. I draw the thing there, the iteration. Okay, Spur of Industry. This is your draw. So you have 2 cards in hand. Portable Hole. Okay. Okay. Okay, that's a lot of holes. You have no cards in hand. Mm-hmm. Let's go Parlor. Not a lot of art in the bin. Nice. Opponent must be dead here, right? I go Flage, you got a 7. Dart, you're dead. You have no cards, and yeah, this is game over. -1 damage. Six. Get a 5. And then you die. Alright. Now, again, we don't have Wear Tear. Actually, don't have anything. Man, not having Wear Tear is so crazy. Like, one of the reasons to play white. Alright. Do I want to change the rocks? I think so. May just be better than ending. I mean, ending just did exile an opal, which change the rocks can't do. But change the rocks exiles Emery, which is a must kill. You can do something like 2 and 2 darts. Okay, that's a keep. I got preordained to fix all my problem. That's a keep. Yeah, Change the Rocks does allow me to kill Kappa Cannoneer on 5 lands. So it's not uncommon. I can definitely see it happening. Alright, opponent starts with Tamio, which we must kill. That's the rule. Tamio, Psychic Frog, Emery. This is just must kill. That's why the Affinity deck is very good, because they have 8 must kill. We also play Frog in it. I don't know. Where's the Sagas in? Hmm. Should have definitely cycled the bubble. My bad. Thankfully, it didn't get punished. I got lucky. For Foundry, let's go Channeler, bubble. If I had a second land, it was correct to hold the bubble, but obviously I didn't have a second land, so should have been the. Because you want to keep the bubble also for cori-steel cutter, but you need to have a second land if you wanna hold the bubble. I can't just randomly just hope that my preordain gets there. Hey, they have Corey. Okay, they make a construct main phase. With the Dark Citadel, they get up to 3 artifacts for the Opal. Okay. I missed on a land. Now, I can either go Channeler Preordain, which is going to dig me 4 cards. I think it's better than going Iteration. Because I don't need card advantage now. I just need to dig deepest. Preordain digs 4 now. Alright, I didn't need to dig that deep. It was just on top. Chain to the Rocks. Huh. It's not bad. Next turn I can go Quarry plus Chain to the Rocks. And pass. Okay. When I got the Shadow Spear. Oh, interesting. They don't equip an attack. Okay, I'm at 7 already. I took infinite damage by myself. Ay. Probably just dead no matter what here. I guess I need to get super lucky and find exactly land plus. Alright, let's do this. Let's go Chain to the Rocks. Surveil. Then I have to find exactly land plus Chain to the Rocks on top with Iteration. This one's bad. I just need exactly land plus Chain to the Rocks. Okay, so Bold can shrink this of 3 because we have the Soulscar Mage. I still think it's bad. I still need exactly land Chain to the Rocks here, or ending. Am I dead? Probably dead. Probably dead. Just attack with this, because I could, like, double bluff a 4. Not having Meltdown is huge, though. Meltdown, Wear Tear. Portable hole. Mm-hmm. Okay. Now I think that's Well, I'm not dead. I'll keep on playing. I probably shouldn't. I usually don't. But if my opponent has like a landing end and I draw ending, yeah, I could have gotten there. Not the case though. Massa wins. Game number 3 on the play. I can cut the last lava dart. You played Arceus Recall? Yeah. Yeah, I think I like the Chain to the Rocks more than lava darts. Alright. I think turn 1 here is actually Elegant Parlor Go. I mean, let's see what I find on top first. I want this. I think I'm gonna hold the bubble. Hold the bubble because of cori-steel cutter mostly. Yeah, this sideboard seems I don't know. Is that a turn 1 Emery? Could still be. No, okay. Alright. Gonna go bubble. Bubble myself. Stop. I don't want to draw these things. I got a surveillant. No, I don't like this stuff. Let's play this impasse and draw a card. If you want to Subtle Denial, Metallic Rebuke, that's okay. Yep. Seems like you have it. No worries, no worries. That's not my game plan. I don't care about these creatures. I care about iterations and 2-for-1s. Love the RC. I play Prowess as a control deck. Alright, Emery, they'll die. With 3 cards. Okay. Let's go iteration first. Huh. I think I'll go iteration mostly because it's mana efficient. I don't find a land. It's a little bit awkward. At the same time, though, this Emery doesn't do anything. I guess they can flashback a bubble. All right, I'm gonna go hand bottom exile and exile that Swiss spear, shadow spear. Sorry. The Emery will be able to flashback the bubble. It is what it is. I think I want to play this bubble because I do want to find a 4th land eventually. Tumult's Crypt, this is the counter to Underworld Breach, which we used to play in 2 of, but now it's banned from the format for other reasons. Actually, the reasons is in play. Mox Opal. The Prowess deck used to play Underworld Breach in 2 or 3 copies. Very strong. Together with Mutagenic Growth. Just shot people for no mana. Alright. They tap the Emery, draw a card. Okay. Got more bubbles. Now, once again, I want to be mana efficient. I can't really. Maybe I just... Yeah, maybe I just... no, I still think I want to be mana efficient. I'll go iteration. Remove the opal. There's another one in the graveyard. That wouldn't be a good play, I think. And bottom exile. You streaming room? No, I'm from my friend's house. Let's go for a channeler and a bolt. We got 4 cards in hand. Opponents doesn't have that many lands. Let's see if they have a Metallic Rebuke for this bolt. And then what about this bubble? I think I'll hold it. It gains just a lot more value if I hold it. It gains like 2 more Surveil and a Prowess. The only problem is there's a land on top of my deck. That's like the only problem. Okay, opponent draws a good one. Okay. Saga is very strong. That's mostly the reason that Affinity keeps on winning, or rather stays winning. Opal is definitely secondary to Urza Saga. This card just has it all, and we need to aware it here. We need to punish. We can't just let him play Saga like that. It's just way too powerful to don't have any checks. All right, preordain. Okay, all right, let's go. Channeler, Spear. I'm gonna steal a 20. Bubble first. Ending's nice. I wonder if I wonder what I should exile. I think I'll exile the whole. Opponent cannot have Shadow Spear because we exiled it. So the construct may just lose the race to flyers. I see he's playing Kappa without Cannoneer. I think without Cannoneer. Alright. Not a fan. Let's go ending here. I could also exile the Opal, but opponent can just draw a land and then I kind of wasted it, you know? I guess they do have Torment Script, so maybe I should have exiled the Opal in hope they didn't have land. It wasn't a bad idea, actually. Alright, land go. I'm gonna wait on the bubble. Opponent's probably not doing anything this turn. Actually, they need a artifact, because otherwise they don't have mana. No, it was a good play to exile the whole. They don't have Metalcraft. They need either a land or Metalcraft. They play Hammer instead. Okay. Alright, end of turn. Bubble myself. Land, we don't want it. Draw 2. Okay, preordain. Now, though, I think I want to bait the attack first. They have Torment Script. I want them to crack the Torment Script. Yeah. And then you chump. Oh, sorry, you eat my Emery. And then I post combat go preordain, looking to rebuild the Channeler's Delirium. If I play preordain pre-combat, well, I would have found the bolt for Emery, so maybe it would have still been a great choice. Top. Holding the bolt on top. This bolt can go face. Yeah, ending has been nice. Uh, Emery, okay. They got a bubble. They keep on losing life here, so I'll go bold. I get delirium. Kill Emery. And then I can even go fetch, and I have delirium with a fetch land. That's 5 damage. Iteration is on top. Oh, that's a shame. That's a shame. I can't go delirium. I will not go delirium. Drawing iteration is much better than dealing 2 damage at the stage. Okay, have another Emery. All right, let's go for. I guess I can go fetch and then iteration. Just deck thins. Okay, nice. One is at 8, so they're dead on board. All right, they never really did too much. Doesn't seem like a great matchup, but we kind of stole it. It seems. This could have been a 4-0. The Affinity match. Affinity match we lost, but it was very very close. All right, I think I'll wrap it up here. 1 hour 50 minutes of gameplay is enough. Prowess remains very strong. The white splash was nice. It wasn't even costly, I'd say. I'd review the sideboard for sure. Adding personally 4 or like 2 or 3 plus some 2 or 3 wear tier plus some meltdown because this matchup doesn't seem great to me. Definitely want to improve that. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Make sure to subscribe, and I'll see you next time.